Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, Table of Six. This morning is a Saturday and we are going to just take a slow morning, make some coffee, head out to the garden and do a few garden chores. So this is my favorite cream that I get from our dairy market here local, and we actually been to this creamery and it is a fantastic dairy farm. It's called South Mountain Creamery. If you've never been, you should really try it. They are located in Maryland, and yeah, they have beautiful ice cream and just a beautiful farm. And actually you can go there and set up a time to feed the calves bottles of milk, and it's really fun for the kids if you have little ones. So this is my green stalk that I ordered about 2 years ago. Of course, most of it is gone now. Most of everything I planted is gone. I still have some volunteer petunias. I did not plant these. These came back from last year. The top row I have strawberries planted, and I just love fall. And even though to some people these flowers look not beautiful, but I see the beauty in everything, and just the change of season to me is beautiful. And these flowers just hold so much value to me. This is my Green Magic broccoli plugs that I ordered from Hoss Tools this year. I did not have time to start my own seeds indoors. So Hoss Tools, if you're not familiar with them, they are a seed company. And this year, for the first time, they are offering live plant starts. They're called plugs, and they have a bundle that you can get, I think it's 40 or 50 plants, plugs, shipped to you for $49 or $50. So essentially it's about $1 a plant. And you can't beat that, because a lot of nurseries, and even if you go to your big box stores such as Lowe's and Home Depot, it's really hard to find plants, fall crops, plant starts if you're unable to start them from seed. I have never had success finding fall plants like broccoli and cabbage, kale. I can start them from seed, but I haven't been able to find the starts. So I think this is awesome of Hoss this year to offer this, and especially to us who either fail to start our seeds indoors on time or just don't have the ability to start seeds. So shout out to Hoss Tools for having this great promotion this year, and I really think that it is really great. Now, starting in this bed, I have these beautiful basil bushes left from summer. I have 2 pepper plants that I started from seed in early spring. And I know everybody says that peppers love the heat, but I feel like whenever I plant bell peppers, they just thrive in the colder weather. And here I planted in this bed more of my plugs, and those were cabbages and cauliflower. Now it's time to let the chickens out, and this is just so relaxing first thing in the morning to watch the chickens be freed from their coop from overnight and enjoy the grass and whatever else they can get from the ground, the little grasshoppers and what have you. So we originally had 6 chickens, and unfortunately 2 of them ended up roosting before we had this tarp over top of our run into trees, and we were unable to retrieve them. And so I'm hoping nothing got them. At least that's what I'm telling myself, that nothing got them. Yeah, so they've never returned. So now we're down to 4, and in the springtime I will get more chicks to add to the flock. Here is my bed with marigolds from summer planting, and in this bed I planted cabbage plugs, and I spread these throughout both of these beds. I did try this year to start onions, and I have some volunteer cosmos growing. In this bed I planted a fall crop of string beans. These are jade bush beans, and this is my first year experimenting with a fall round of beans, and they did wonderful. They're starting to slow up now, but I was able to successfully get in a second round of bush style green beans. These are strawberries. They they produce in the early spring and right before fall every year. I will have to replant these in a bigger area next year. Here is another bed of succession green beans. This is a spaghetti squash. This here was just an experiment to see if I could get it to produce before the first frost. I did plant this as well with the watermelon late into the summer. I would say probably the beginning of August. Here's a watermelon, baby watermelon producing, so we'll see. This here is just fully an experiment. I really wanted to try out and test my growing season and just how long I could plant things. Here are our 2 lovely does. This is Penelope, and they are my children's pets, essentially. They're just here specifically to be spoiled. And we just bred these 2 girls early in August. So hopefully springtime they will kid, and we will have beautiful baby goats. Here is Cash in the back, and that was Penelope's baby 2 years ago. So here is my garden, my herb garden, and we'll call this my apothecary garden. It has herbs and roses, echinacea. This is something that I started this year. So I have oregano, rosemary, echinacea, rose bushes. I also have lavender planted in amongst all of this. So today, this morning, my goal is to harvest as much as I can out of here, and we are going to infuse some oils with the lavender for future soap making and lotion making. We are going to also get some rosemary and dry it and do the same with it. And I have placed an order with Amazon because I don't have calendula planted out here or chamomile. So maybe that will be next year garden to do or goal. So I'm just going to harvest some of these herbs. The oregano and thyme I will put up and let them dry out, and I will add them to my mason jars that I have inside of dried herbs, and I will make an Italian blend to use throughout the winter. Okay guys, so our bowl is getting pretty filled here. We have rosemary, oregano, and lavender. So next I'm going to cut off some of these rose blooms, and I am going to actually dry these out on the counter, and I am going to either make rose water, or I'm going to infuse these into a carrier oil like olive oil. You could use sunflower oil, or you could use avocado oil if you would like, but I prefer the olive oil. So I'm going to dry these out and then infuse them into an olive oil, and then I will strain them after they sit for about 6 weeks, and I'm going to use this as skincare. Roses have a great benefits for your skin, and you guys can do your own research on that. Also, the olive oil has a natural SPF of 15, and so you could use that. See guys, isn't this beautiful? It is so relaxing and so peaceful to be in the garden first thing in the morning. But yeah, so you guys can do your own research on the medicinal and topical uses of roses and oil. So here are my my basil bushes, and a lot of these have gone to seed. So what I'll do is save the seeds. I'll cut the seeds off the top here just in a minute, and I didn't videotape me putting them back into the soil. So what I did was I cut the seed top, put the seed tops back into the soil. So next year the basil plant will essentially replant itself, and I won't have to buy starts from the nursery. Alright guys, so now I'm going to sow some lettuce seeds, and I'm going to sow this gourmet blend. I've had this seed packet for I think 2 years, so I just want to use that up. Here are some seeds from Hoss. This is salad bowl green lettuce, and I planted this back in the spring. Here is white Paris lettuce. This is a seed packet from Tractor Supply, and this is a packet from 2020. So I doubt that the germination rate is still at its peak with these seeds, but we're going to give it a go because I want to use up these seeds so I can order new for springtime. These seeds are spinach, and this is from Botanical Interest. And these I also sowed in my green stalk in the springtime. However, I think I waited too late because they ended up bolting, so I didn't get hardly any. Here is another seed packet from Hoss, and this is Butter Crunch lettuce. I absolutely love this lettuce, and this is my favorite. And I'm also going to plant some radishes. And I know this says plant in February, but you can plant these in the fall as well. And we are going to get started on this bed here. Now, this is just going to be my salad bed, and what I'm going to do is have my husband build a little A-frame over it, and I'm going to go to one of the antique stores, find me some old windows, and I'm gonna make it a little greenhouse over top for the winter, so we can have fresh salad in dead set winter. When it's snow on the ground, we'll still have salad. Alright guys, so I hope you can hear me down here, but anyhow, this bed is fairly small. I don't even think it's barely 2 foot in length, maybe a foot in width, if that. But lettuce seed you want to plant densely, and you don't want to plant deep, you just want to plant shallow, and then we'll just water them in really good and let Mother Nature do the rest. So I'm going to plant in squares, and you can plant them in rows. You can go off the seed packet. Specific directions on growing or planting, or what they recommend. I'm just going to loosely spread them over the soil, and I will do one area dedicated to each variety. So first I'm going to start with the Butter Crunch lettuce. You want to help me? Okay. Well, you're just going to spread it like this, like lightly shake it over the soil in this one area. Okay, so I have a helper. Okay, can you go find me a stick to put this one so I know that I planted the Butter Crunch there? Mm-hmm. Alright, so that's the Butter Crunch, and we just planted it, well, he planted it back here in this corner. We'll just spread those out. We're going to go find a stick so we know that that's what we planted there. Okay, now in front of that I'm going to plant this salad bowl lettuce. And the same thing, I'm just going to slightly sprinkle it over the area. Gently take my hand, spread the seed out. A camera angle here so you guys can see more of what. Okay, here he's got a stick here. here and place my seed packet right on top. Okay. Alright, so next, I guess we'll plant this white Paris. This looks like a large head style lettuce, so we're going to give this a little bit more room. And this package is also from 2020, so we definitely need to use these up. Okay, Harry, I'll need another stick, buddy. Actually, just grab a few. And I'm just going to make a row here of this seed. And I still have some left, so that's actually pretty thick. I don't know if you can see it. And then just lightly put that into the soil. Okay. Got plenty of sticks here. I'm not going to add the seed packet to this, but I will mark the rows. Perfect. Alright. So the next row I'll do radishes. This is going to be just merely an experiment. You want to dump those out in the row to see how they grow amongst the lettuce. 1 second, bud. I'm going to get some more. And then let me do this. Okay. Now, you just lightly pat them down in the soil, just so they can get soil contact. If your seeds don't have good soil contact, they won't germinate. And now we'll just spread some dirt loosely over the top of them. Okay. Alright. Next, we'll have spinach. And this will be the same way. I'm just going to loosen up the soil here. And spread it. Okay. Go ahead, Harry. Pat them down. And get some good soil contact. And we can actually place this seed packet on our stick here. Okay, that's good. Okay. Great. Alright, so now we have 2 more lettuces. This gourmet blend. Just do the same thing here. Loosen up the soil. Scoot this back so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, you want to spread it in that area, hold the packet open and just, loosen up there, tip it out more. There you go. Whoops. Okay, so now we'll just spread these out evenly. Okay, and then tap them down some. I'm going to put the seed packet on the stick. Okay, perfect. Alright, now I'm going to do the last row. I'm not going to do more of the white Paris. I'm actually going to do more radishes. I like radishes in my salad. Go ahead and spread them all throughout there. Very good. Alright, pat them down and then we'll cover them up. Okay. you could do the honors of putting that one on there on the stick. Perfect. All right, now comes the most important part of good germination. This soil has to be drenched.
Got the hose in.
So we have the hose here.
Back this up so you don't get it wet.
Okay, that's good. All right, we're gonna let it run out for a couple minutes because it's... Okay, buddy, go ahead and get that soil. Don't turn it on more. Okay, that's perfect. Go ahead and get the soil nice and saturated. Hold your hose up just a little bit. There you go, and get over here. Okay guys, so this is it for this video, and I hope that you guys got a peaceful, nice show around the garden this morning, and got to see the fall beauty and everything. And I'm just really looking forward to fall garden. This is really my first year of planning a full out fall garden, and like I said, shout out to Hoss for having this wonderful promotion with these plugs. This is their first year of my knowledge of them having those available for fall planting. And when you order your plugs from them, you put in your zip code and they will ship them to you according to which zone, garden zone, that you live in when they need to be planted out. So if you live in a warmer climate, say you live down south, they might, they're located out of Georgia, so they'll ship them out later than what they would ship mine out, because I live in a cooler climate. This is zone 7B, I believe. 7B or 7A. I know the zones changed this year. I think it stayed the same, so I believe it's 7B. Or, yes. So, I'm going to put my husband to work building me a cold frame over top of these lettuces, and that will give me a reason to get out of the house and go antiquing, because I need some windows for my cold frame for these lettuces. And thanks to this guy here, we were able to get all those lettuce seeds sowed and watered in. He loves helping his mom out in the garden, and I really think it's great, guys. If you have kids, the best thing you can do is get them to help you out in the garden. It gives them a sense of responsibility. It gives them a sense of being that they're helping you. Plus, they're learning how to grow their food. They're learning the skills. They're becoming one with nature, with the soil, learning how the ecosystem of the garden works. And don't discourage your kids. You know, if they break a plant, or it's just a plant, it'll grow back. But definitely, if you are growing a garden and you have little ones, I strongly encourage you to let your kids be a part of it. Like you've seen earlier when I was doing the herbs, my youngest daughter came out and she wanted to be a part of it, so I said sure, jump right on in. And that's teaching her too, how to harvest and how to enjoy stuff that we grow in the garden. And so the next thing, I am going to, sadly, all these flowers, my cosmos and zinnias, are going out. So eventually I'm going to take all these out. And yep. That is a what? Zinnia.
Zinnia.
Yep. So they are going to be taken out, and I will plant this with a fall cover crop so we can chop it down, use it for good soil cover, because Mother Nature does not like to be bare, and if you leave her bare, she will grow weeds. We do not want to grow weeds in our garden, so we're going to provide something for her to cover up, and then, or we'll do a leaf mulch in this bed. So thank you for joining us today as we take a peaceful morning in the garden and get some herbs harvested and lettuce planted, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.